Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Govind Singh, your strings mate, and today I have brought a very important lesson for you in my beginner guitar course series. So this is about how do we form a chord and how do we convert our major chords into minor chords. Chords कैसे बनते हैं और major chord और minor chord कैसे convert होते हैं एक दूसरे में. How do we switch between a major to a minor, from a major to a minor, alright? Great. So let's quickly deep dive into today's lesson. Let me take a close up for you. Great. So the first thing that we need to understand is how are chords formed. In my lesson number 10, I explained to you the chord theory. I explained the chord theory for you. And if you haven't seen that, please go through it. There is a very detailed chord theory lesson that I have basically shared, and it will really help you. Okay, so taking lead from that lesson, chords are formed by playing triads. Triads are three notes, right? And the three notes are the first, which is the root note, and the third from the root, and the fifth from the root. Okay, so for example, if I'm playing a C chord, and we know the C chord shape, this is our C chord shape, right? Yep, so this is our C note, this is our E note, so C, D, E. So this is the root note, this is the third, then the G, open G, which is the fifth, correct? So ideally, if I'm only playing these three strings, string A and string D and string G, my chord is done. But just to add more fullness to it, we include these notes as well. So what are the other notes? This is again C note and open E, right? So we have C, which is the first, then the E, which is the third, and then the G, which is the fifth from the root, all right? So quickly we come to the chord shape. C, first, third, and fifth is G, which is open, all right? Awesome. So this, we understood how the C chord is formed. Now this is a C major chord. As we saw in our last lesson, जैसा हमने पिछले lesson में देखा, how do we define a major chord? It is 2 steps over 1.5 step, right? And a minor chord is 1.5 step over 2 step. So ये जो 2 step over 1.5 step है और 1.5 over 2 है, what is that? Which was covered in the previous lesson, but I will just share it again with you guys. So this is about the third, distance between the root and the third, which is 2 whole steps. So in my example of C major chord, if root is C and third is E, between C and E we have 2 whole steps, right? C and D is whole step, D and E is whole step, so 2. And between the third and the fifth, which is between E and G, it is 1.5 step. E and F, half step, F and G, whole step. So 2 over 1.5, right? Now, if I have to convert a C major into a C minor, all I need to do is make this 2.5 over 1.5 to 1.5 over 2, which means that if I'm flattening my third in any chord, this is very important. If I am flattening as in I go one note low, right? So my E becomes D sharp in this example. If I am flattening my third in the major chord, I am playing the minor version of that chord. very important. Once again, if I am flattening my third in the major chord, I am playing the minor version of that chord. Okay, so my C minor shape, generally open position में आपने C minor किसी को play करते हुए नहीं देखा होगा, because it becomes very weird, but this is how it will be, right? So your C, your C, your E will become E flat or D sharp, right? And this is your C minor, again 5 strings. Great. Let's take another example of C chord. So in a bar shape, if this is my C chord, where is my third here? So this is C, this is G, which is the fifth, this is C again, and this is what? This is the E note on the 5th fret of the B. So if I am flattening this, we will come to the C minor shape. So we know the C minor shape here, right? So all I am doing is I am flattening this note to here, and my major chords. Earlier I was barring all these 3 strings, so I was fretting this note, this and this on the 5th fret. I am just flattening my third, and this becomes now my C minor, right? Let's take the other example of the E bar chord shape. So I'm on the 8th fret now, playing the C major chord. This is my C major chord. We know the shape, right? Now what is this note? This is my E note, correct? This one. This is the 9th fret of the D string. Sorry, G string. So this is C, D, E. C, D, E. So all I have to do is I have to flatten this note. So any which ways I am barring this entire section. So all I need to do is remove this finger and that note will get flattened. Nothing else changes. So this becomes my minor chord. Major, minor. Simple. So that's how a chord is formed, and that's how we switch from a major chord to a minor chord. Alright. Quickly I'll give you some other examples. So this is my G chord. G. Now we will talk about the triad. So G, what is the third in the scale for G? So that's the B note. G, A, B, root, B third. Then we have open D, B, C, D. D is the 5th, correct? So open D we are playing, open G we are playing, and then B, again the 3rd we are playing, and then we are playing this G, right? So that's how we are going. There are 2 ways of playing open G. One is this, and another one is just with 3 notes, this. I'm assuming you know these shapes because that has been covered in my previous lessons. Okay, so all I need to do is convert my third, flat my third by half step. So I'm just bringing my B to B flat, and then everything goes as same. This is my minor. So this is my G major, right? G major, and this is my G minor. Okay? Similarly, this is my D major. So what am I playing? I'm playing a open D. Then this is my A, which is my 5th, D, E, F, G, A. Where is my F? So this is my F sharp, right? So this is the third. This is my back to D, which is the root. This is my A note and this is my root note. So root, fifth, root, third. All I have to do is flatten my third. So how do I flatten it? This way. I switch my third, this finger here, and I flatten this note here. This is my D minor, right? Example of A chord. This is my A chord. Now A, we are playing open A. This note is E. This note is A again. So E is the fifth. A is the root. And this note is C sharp, right? C sharp is the third. So all I have to do is flatten my third, and that is why the A minor shape comes here, like this. So A major, all these three, flattening this. So we basically fret this one. Simple. E major. This is our E major. What are we playing? Open E. Then this is B. E, F, G. So G. And G will be G sharp. So here my G sharp is there. Alright, that is the third. So open E, B, and then E. Again the root. B is the fifth. Here is the root. E. And then I have my G sharp coming up. And then this string is open, which is my B string, which is again the fifth. Correct? So all I need to do is my third, which is the G sharp note, flatten it. So I can't go back, I'll just make it open. And that's how the E minor shape comes in. E major, E minor. Great. Like I explained you in all the bar positions. So for any of the bar chord, if this is the major chord, if I'm starting on the low E string, this is the major chord. I just need to take off my middle finger, and that because makes it flat. The third gets flat and it becomes a minor chord. And similarly, in a A position, A bar chord shape, what we do is we flatten this note to here, right? So it becomes this. This is true for every bar chord which is in A shape. That's how your major and your minor get converted, right? A shape, we do this. E shape, we do this, right? Flatten the third. Great. Hope you guys would have liked this video. Alright, please like and subscribe the channel and keep watching. Thank you.